Let's go, Meat Boys. An absolute banger in this one, and I'm actually looking forward to this one, Meat. You're going to have to tell me if you are as well, but we got Snooze Bro, a.k.a. Mohammed Usman, taking on Junior Tafa. Don't call him Justin. It's the younger brother, and in my opinion, Meat, I think it's the more talented and maybe even the hungrier of the Tafa brothers, because this kid's undefeated. He's only 4-0 in MMA, but he's running through guys and getting early and often easy work finishes. And we can't also neglect his previous glory kickboxing history that he had before that, because this dude had a lot of success and trains with a lot of serious killers out where he is. So I'm curious to see if he's going to have the chops and just have the chutzpah to be able to debut against Snooze Bro, aka Muhammad Usman, who is 8-2. We know him as the Ultimate Fighter winner, and as someone who, gotta be honest, me, that fight against Zach Puaga most recently, he was low key getting kind of smoked in that fight before he landed that absolute YOLO meat bomb from hell and just simply slept Puaga, sent him back to the XFL, and it was pretty brutal. And I don't know, I was impressed with Usman's resolve and him able to sort of go through the fire and be able to pick up that win via finish. But I don't know, Meat. I'm not sure if I'm as sold as perhaps you are on his longevity and his future in this division. So, what are your thoughts on this heavyweight matchup? Do you think it's too much too soon for Junior Tafa and he's going to be the junior and Usman is the senior, or is Snoozebro getting slept? Who you taking?
Yeah, no, this is gonna be an absolute banger. I gotta go with Usman. I like that he's a dog. I mean, there's no reason for us not to not think that he's gonna get this done. Um, he won his last fight in the UFC, looked really good. That knockout was amazing. While you have Junior Tafa, not Justin Tafa, the Juggernaut, undefeated, not much information there. So the fact that not much information, minus 190, either he must have some amazing highlight reels as an amateur, or people are really sold that this guy's the next future champ, because those kind of odds, it's just like, if you haven't seen him fight anyone actually credible, Usman is somewhat there, I guess. I don't know, but more credible than probably all the other bumps he's fought. It's just hard to gauge, and a minus 200, I just can't even go near that. That just screams red flag to me. But maybe he's the future Cyril Gone. I don't know. I'm excited to see. But I gotta take Usman. I think he wins by decision and dominantly.
Yeah, I feel that, and there definitely are more unknowns for Tafa. You definitely have to do a deep dive to check out his stuff, but there is some footage out there, and from the footage that we can see, I mean, the guy clearly is fast. The dude can definitely strike just like his brother, and he has that absolute lethal power. I mean, that most recent finish he picked up over Yoyashi Sudario. I mean, Sudario is a 6-1 fighter, and he slept him in the first round, so while you make a good point, there isn't the same name recognition as Usman, and I mean, I wouldn't say Usman has really gone through the toughest guys ever, but a couple guys that you might know about. I mean, Brandon Sales, we've heard of, that was his second loss, and then Dontel Mays, aka Lord Kong, who is another UFC fighter. So he has faced, I guess, maybe stiffer competition, but both of these guys really haven't gone against the toughest of the tough that the UFC has to offer. So I personally think that the matchmaking is pretty good here, and I'm curious to see who's going to take that next step. And you mentioned the odds, right? The Juggernaut Junior Tafa. He did open as a kind of fat favorite, right? Maybe a little bit unreasonably, minus 190, but I feel like those odds narrowed right away. I mean, it's basically a pick 'em now. It's probably going to close as such. So a lot of maybe sharp action came in on the motor when he was, floating up at that one plus 155, plus 165 range for sure. But I think the odds have narrowed, and that makes sense to me. But were you at all surprised by Tapology? Because if we see there's a lot of brown, which is probably unsurprising, but 73% is rolling with Junior, and only 27 is rolling with your boy Snooze Bro. Is Tapology sleeping?
I think they are. I don't think they, were impressed with that last performance, because that guy is kind of bad, but he was an athlete, so it kind of, I don't know. I think that there's more to Usman than what people are giving him credit for, and I'm excited to see, if that's true or not. I hope that Usman might be in the next Prism set, maybe not. That'd be kind of cool, especially if he wins this. But when these guys win the Ultimate Fighter, they typically one or two of them do something great. He's on the path of doing something great, in my opinion, but he's got to get through this Juggernaut.
He's got to get through the juggernaut for sure. And I don't know, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm as sold on Usman being that next Ultimate Fighter killer. I mean, I even just think of his not just the fight against Zach Quagga, but some of his earlier fights where we see Usman get dropped and get rocked kind of frequently. And it's not like this guy is, walking through punches and he's just made of steel or made of brick. Like the guy does eat some shots, and so my fear for the motor is that the motor is just getting shut off in this one by the Juggernaut. I think Juggernaut is going to land heavy strikes, and I actually am with all that Brown tapology. I think that Tafa is going to make light work, get an easy finish, and I don't know, I don't see this fight being very competitive, but I went absolutely 0 for life last week. You'll have to talk about your own success, but I got absolutely smoked last week, so take it with a grain of salt, but taking Junior Tafa to sleep snooze bro in this one. Am I tripping?
No, I don't think you're tripping because also, I went 0 for life last week, probably one of the worst ever for meat, and I think Usman's gonna knock him out in the first 60 seconds. So take my word for it, and smash subscribe and like and check out other videos.